Relationships are intricate mazes of emotions, trust, and understanding. Sometimes, in an effort to gauge a partner's fidelity, commitment, or strength of character, a woman might set up situations or scenarios to test her man. Men, you might be surprised at the lengths a woman might go to ensure you're the one for her, especially when it comes to fidelity and emotional stability. Here are 7 secret ways women might test their men. 1. The friend temptation. Imagine receiving a call or message from one of her friends inviting you over for movies and a relaxed evening. Seems innocent, right? However, this could be a test to gauge your fidelity. Will you inform your partner, or will you go without mentioning it? Ask yourself, how will you react? Will you see the underlying intention, or just view it as an innocent invitation? What do you think the proper response should be? Leave your response in the comments below. 2. The intimacy gauge. She might initiate physical intimacy, not just to be close to you, but also to gauge if you've been intimate with someone else earlier that day. It's a way for her to ensure that you're wholly committed and attracted to her. Reflect on this. Can you discern such moments? Do you feel comfortable discussing boundaries? Perhaps the wisest thing to do is just stay physically intimate only with her, and be sure you're in good shape to pass this test. 3. The cranky test. Every so often, she might become unexpectedly demanding or cranky, testing to see if you stand your ground and display a strong sense of self-respect and boundaries. She's not looking for a pushover. She wants someone who can stand up for themselves and set limits. Hundreds of thousands of years of biological evolution give women an intuitive need to know that the man they are choosing will be strong. If she senses that you will cower to her when she's cranky, how can she have any reason to believe you'll be strong enough to stand up to threats to her and the family you'd build together? Think about it. Will you cower, or will you handle her cranky test with grace and assertiveness? 4. The financial inquiry. If she continuously asks you for money, especially for frivolous things like shopping, it might not just be about the cash. She could be checking if you have boundaries when it comes to finances and if you can say no when necessary. Just as in the cranky test, she's testing you to see if you have the strength of character to say no to her unreasonable demands in order to prove to her that you will have similar strength to protect her and a future family you'd build together. Ponder on this. How comfortable are you discussing finances? Will you give in to avoid confrontation? 5. The spontaneity test. Here's another one you may not have thought of. Out of the blue, she suggests a spontaneous date or surprise. She's keen to see if you're emotionally present and enthusiastic about spending time with her, indicating your level of attraction and commitment. Question yourself, how will you react to unexpected plans? Will you be enthusiastic or reluctant? 6. The late night call. She calls you late at night, maybe even in the wee hours of the morning, just to chat. But in reality, she might be checking to ensure you're alone and not with someone else. If she does this only once, the best thing to do might be to just take the call. Maybe if she even does it a second time. But if she were to go beyond that and continuously call you in the middle of the night, you need to have a serious conversation with her. Is she testing you, or is she excessively emotionally needy? Consider, will you pick up her call immediately? How will you react? 7. The disappearing act. Suddenly, she might become distant or less responsive, testing your commitment level and interest in the relationship. Do you reach out or wait for her to return? This one can be a tricky test to pass. If you keep calling to check up on her, you might appear to be weak and insecure in yourself and your relationship with her. But if you don't check in at all, you might come off as indifferent and not committed to her. Ask yourself, will you chase her, give her space, or feel indifferent? It's essential to understand that these tests, while not ideal, often stem from insecurities, past traumas, or a genuine need to ensure the relationship is on solid ground. Men, knowing these can help you navigate your relationship with empathy and clarity. Engage in open conversations about feelings, boundaries, and expectations. This not only clears the air, but also strengthens the bond. Yes, friends, the key to a successful relationship lies in mutual trust and communication. Tests, regardless of their intent, can undermine trust. It's crucial for both partners to approach each other with trust, understanding, and genuine conversations. If you sense you're being tested, addressing it head-on can lead to more profound understanding and trust. And while you're bracing yourself to be tested by her, might we ask you 2 quick questions? Did you find this presentation to be informative and entertaining? Do you enjoy watching videos related to dating, relationships, and personal growth? Great! Just go ahead and smash that subscribe button so you'll be sure to get early access to our next video release. You'll be glad you did. We thank you for being with us here today. And as we say farewell, we remind you that regardless of how often you are tested, always remember that you are fabulous and you are loved.